Hello conscious creators, Shamnali Gray here from Goddess Creations, coming to share with you a bit about Valentine's Day, because that is coming up very soon at the moment that I am filming this. Valentine's Day is a festival, let's say, that has become commercialized. It was created as a day of celebration for Saint Valentine at the end of the 400s, but it became very commercial around the 1800s, when it became a public thing of giving gifts and sharing and giving flowers and, just expecting that romantic notion, let's say, to each other. At the moment, it has become even more so. Actually, maybe even a form of pressure. And that's what I wanted to share with you about, because many of us, especially the women that I speak to most, let's say, are those women that do already put a lot of pressure on themselves. They have already set quite high goals on themselves and what to do and how to show up in the world. And this feeling of achievement, needing to achieve, has had an effect on their health. And I'm also speaking about myself, has an effect on my health too. So what does this have to do with Valentine? Well, with Valentine's Day, as it is commercialized, let's say, many people, and thank you for that heart, I saw it, many people have got the expectations of, I have to go out to dinner, I have to get a gift. I remember I had a colleague many years ago, and she said, I've had a wonderful Valentine's Day. I got, and I think she said about 12 gifts from her boyfriend, and I thought, is that the point? And she was really talking about the number of the gifts, not necessarily what it was about. I don't mean to judge. I do not mean to judge. But the expectation around this festival on the 14th of February can be set high, and also might be defeating the object. There you are, and I'm not saying that you are, but there you are, expecting a gift from your loved one, and going out to dinner, to be surprised, flowers. But what if that doesn't happen? Or what if you don't have that loved one? Or what if you are hoping for it and nothing happens? All of these things can trigger something inside of you that, might defeat the object of this time, or of this day, of the point of the day. My thing is, what I want to share with you is that what we tell ourselves affects how we feel. So how you expect to show up, how you expect another to show up for you, you don't really have control on what another does for you, or what another, what the outside world, how the outside world shows up for you. The only thing that you can do is show up for yourself in your true vulnerability, in your openness of heart. Okay, so there we are. This hardworking woman, let's say, this hardworking woman who is, just to be honest, always working to please the other, even though you may not be quite aware of it. That is actually your motive. You want to feel validated, you want to feel loved, you want to feel that you've done something right. Here is it. Just slow down a moment, because all of this outward love that you are trying to give to another so that you can actually get it back for yourself isn't quite really serving you. It can make you feel, I'm not saying it will, it can make you feel like the child maybe before, where there you were wanting that love or the cuddle or the kind words, you didn't get it, and so you were working harder and harder. This pattern can be continuing in the present day. So how do you break this? Because if you keep on with this wanting to please the other, that's when you enter into the addictions like drinking and smoking and sex. And and I'm talking about all of this. You become needy. And there's one thing that is a rule, if you are chasing after something, it doesn't want to be chased, so it won't come to you. So if you are chasing after love, the chances that you will find the love that you actually want is getting smaller, because you are chasing it. What to do? Well, instead of the outward love, let's see if we can turn the love inside. Let's see if we can just be thankful for who we really are, what we have, the fact that we woke up this morning, our health, the fact that we do get by from day to day. Sounds very trivial, but the more you focus on loving yourself, the more you become the magnet that will attract that love that you want into your life. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to wish for something or send a card or, you know, have that ooh, delicious feeling for another person. Sure, you can. Absolutely. But remember to put yourself first. And it might even sound selfish, but putting yourself first is actually the vulnerability. Oh, there's some wind. I'm going to turn around. The vulnerability of opening your heart, daring to open your heart to feel, to experience what it is that actually is happening in your body, in your life. Slowing down. So a lovely way of, let's just say, stimulating. The wind is quite harsh on this day. A way of serving yourself in this self-love, because that's what I'm talking about really, in this self-love, is just a little tip. I do it myself. Stand in front of the mirror and just look yourself deeply into the eyes. Just nothing, just look. Maybe some tears will come up, because you may not be used to looking at yourself so deeply for so long. But also challenge yourself to just say, I love you. Thank you. I love you. I am okay just as I am. Or you can say you are okay just as you are. But say it into the mirror, because that is the point. You're telling yourself, this is your gift to you. Another thing that you can also do is write yourself a love letter. I remember that a few years ago I wrote myself a Valentine's card, and that card was really as if, you know, what is it that I really wanted to hear from another? What is it that you would like to hear from the other? Write that down on a beautiful card and keep that card in a place of that you can see it, because you may not believe the words at the time that you write it. It might be difficult, but you will, if you rereading it, you will be programming your mind once again to accept that this is your new truth. It is what you desire, that you are giving it to yourself. If you say these things to yourself, your body gets reprogrammed. The cells in your body start believing it. And wouldn't it be lovely to really feel the love for yourself? And then from that beautiful energy to also know who it is or what type of person you want to attract. Or if you already have a partner, know how you want to show up for the other partner. Remember how you want to show up, because in you showing up a certain way, the other will show up in a certain way. So you loving yourself shows the other how you want to be treated and how you want to be loved. These are just some tips. And you know what? When you are doing something that you are, you know, at the end of the day, when you are expressing your gratitude for what it is you have done or what it is that you have achieved, or maybe the self-love you have given yourself by not doing anything hugely significant, that gratitude is already in itself significant. And just give yourself that hug of happiness, hug of gratitude. I'm going to get some flowers for myself because I celebrate me. And I know that my life is amazing, will be amazing. And you know what? I am thankful for all the people in my life, present, past, and future. I wish you a wonderful Valentine, in self-love, in gratitude, and I will speak to you next time. Shamnali Gray, Goddess Creations. Bye.